Hey guys, MTG Budget Master here, and I'm a new channel I just started, and I made the channel because there are a lot of expensive decks out there, and some of us just don't have the money to make them. We want to play Magic, but don't have the money to make good decks, unless we put our mind to it. So basically, I'm the guy who puts the mind to it and makes budget decks. Now what we have here is a $30 budget, not including sideboard, deck. And basically, we have 26 creatures, 10 spells, 24 land, 15 sideboard if you want to add the sideboard. You can make your own sideboard, whatever. This deck is a black-blue Phoenix mill deck. And what it's mainly about is, like in, the title, milling. And it's a budget. So, we'll start off with the creatures, and there's no 1-drop, so we'll start with 2-drops. The sideboard C is basically here to give you a way better, how do you say this? Oh wait, I got it. Basically, she's here to get you Phoenix. So if you had a Gray Merchant in your hand and you really don't want it, you don't need it, you need a Phoenix, boom, exchange them. Discard Gray Merchant, get Phoenix. Yeah, and she's a 1/3, 3 for milling, and she's a decent blocker in the beginning. Next we got 4 Omen Speakers, sorry. And she's a 1/3, just like Disciple of Deceit, but she's Scry 2, and Scry 2 is mainly here for getting Phoenix, basically, or if you really needed a kill spell. And she is amazing in the beginning, and that's all I really have to say about her. Next, we have, for the our final 2-drops, is 2 Return for Links. He's a 3/3 defender. Usually, I wouldn't run him, but he's a 3/3 for 2, and that would stop your opponent from attacking for a little bit, or for a while, if they're an aggro deck. And yeah, there's nothing much to say about him. His 3 toughness is good for milling too. We got 3-drops. 3-drops are the best 3-drop ever, Wall of Frost. He's a 0/7 defender, and whenever he blocks a creature, it doesn't untap during its untap step, which is amazing. It helps you against your opponent. And it's a 0/7, good for milling, and though it can attack, it doesn't really need to. This is what this deck is about. This deck is about big toughness creatures who block until you get Phoenix out, who destroy your opponent after. Next week for 3-drops, we got 3 Night Howlers. Night Howlers is here because since this is a mill deck, he gets bigger every time you mill him, and once he gets really big, you can just straight up mill your opponent out with just him maybe, or if you don't have Phoenix out and milling's not a win condition, use him to get really big and kill your opponent with damage, I guess. That's all I really need to say about him. Next we got no more 3-drops, but we have some 4-drops. For 4-drops we have Squelching Leeches. And Squelching Leeches is he's basically a filler card for me. But he gets bigger every time I put a mountain down, which is pretty good. He can get pretty big sometimes, and he's okay, I guess. Adds to Devotion, which is pretty good. 5-drops. We got 2 Prognostic Sphinx. He's a 3/5 flyer who can block flying guys. Scry 3 is just amazing, and 5 toughness. Decent milling, and he gains hexproof if you discard a card. Next you got, for our final 4 creatures, for the final, never mind, 5 mana, we got 2 Gray Merchants. Gray Merchants here to gain you life that you lost while blocking, in case you couldn't block some particular creature. And basically, since we have plenty of Devotion, boom, boom, he'll gain you some life back, and maybe, just maybe, be your win condition. There are not many win conditions besides milling. Now let's go to our spells. Plus his 4 toughness is pretty good. 3 Silence of Believers. This is a $1 super good rare, and it's 4 mana to kill a creature with all bestowed enchanted creatures on it, or enchantments on it, which is amazing, and you can pay 3 more to get another guy. There's nothing much to say about this. It saves your life. Read the Bones is here for card advantage. Nothing much to say here. It's really good to get Phoenix out quicker. We got 2 Countermans. This is a counter card dot mills. Straight up. 2 Voyage's Ends to stall your enemy or just screw them over if they're trying to attack with their biggest creature. You just Voyage's End them and mill them for the win. And yeah, and Scar 1's pretty good. This deck runs 12 swamps and 12 islands, and there's no dual lands because that's going out of rotation of Dragon's Maze soon. And this deck is good for after rotation, so this deck will last you a while. And if it wins you some games at FNM, then you can build better decks off of this deck. Maybe even edit it a little bit. And yeah, the sideboard is, if you want to add it, I put 2 Gainsay for all blue decks, 1 Bioblight for aggro decks that run the same creatures all the time, 2 Drowning Sorrows. Really good card, you know, like for aggro decks still. 1 Annul, basically for any enchantment heavy deck. 2 Dark Betrayals for any black deck. Farika's Cure for any aggro decks. 2 Feast of Dreams for enchantment heavy decks. 1 Whip of Erebels for decks that deal a lot of damage pretty quickly, so I guess aggro. And 2 Bragging Maggots for control decks. Like I said, this whole deck is mainly just $30 besides the sideboard. I haven't counted how much the sideboard is. The only reason I only have 3 of these guys, not 4, is because he's $4 alone. And yeah, it's $12. But if this deck is a bit expensive, maybe you have some of the cards that I showed you here. Maybe you can save up. And I'm going to be doing more deck techs. Maybe if you want, comment in the section below if you have an idea for a deck tech, and maybe I'll make my own, or you can show me one. Either way. This is MTG Budget Master signing out. See ya.